Assalamu alaikum. I'm your host Salim bin Muhammad Rafi, and this is my YouTube channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about those nations or countries which are not grateful to the help they received when they were starting some project or when they were in infancy. And the nations who forget people who have helped them are never ever appreciated and uh, do poorly. For a short while, they are developing, they have used others to excel, and they have attained whatever they wanted. Unfortunately, nature doesn't uh, support this sort of attitude. What I'm going to show you today is that how many years ago, this is way before the partition, when one of the Nawabs of different states in at that time, this is pre-partition, India, Nawab of Bahawalpur from Abbasi family, went for Umrah. When he took his army with him and took a fleet of Rolls-Royce jeeps and his guards with him, the king of Saudi Arabia and the governors at that time, the government of Saudi Arabia, most people were flabbergasted. And the poverty stricken Saudi Arabia at that time, because the oil had not been discovered at that stage, their eyeballs were literally out of their skull when they saw such wealth, when they saw such pomp and glory, and they saw the generosity of the Nawab.
बिस्मिल्लाहिर्रहमानिर्रहीम। अस्सलामु अलैकुम नादरीन। आज के सऊदी शहजादों को शायद भावलपुर का नाम भी ना आता हो, लेकिन तारीख ने वो दिन भी देखे हैं जब सऊदी अरब तेल की दौलत से माला माल नहीं था, तो रियासत भावलपुर के अब्बासी बादशाह अपने इस्लामी तहजीब व तमद्दुन को बरकरार रखते हुए सऊदी अरब से माली मुआवनत करते और खाना काबा का गिलाफ मुबारक भावलपुर से तैयार होकर जाया करता था। जब रियासत भावलपुर के नवाब सादिक मोहम्मद खान अब्बासी एक बड़े काफिला के साथ हज बैतुल्लाह के लिए हिजाज मुकद्दस तशरीफ ले गए, तो वो इंतहाई गरीब सऊदी अरब के हुक्मरानों की आंखें फटी की फटी रह गईं। जब जद्दा की बंदरगाह पर एक बहुत बड़े बहरी बेड़े रहमानी जहाज से दुनिया की कीमती तरीन गाड़ी रोल्स राइस और जदीद तरीन जीपें, गाड़ियां, ट्रक और दीगर सामान उतरा, इंडियन वाइस कौंसल जद्दा की तरफ से अजीम शान दावत दी गई, जिसमें तुर्की, बरतानिया, मिस्र, इराक, इटली और सऊदी अरब के बड़े बड़े तमाम ज़ोमा मौजूद थे। फिर ये शानदार काफिला जब मदीना मुनव्वरा की जानिब रवां दवा हुआ, तो हुक्मरान ऐसे ही आगे पीछे दौड़ते थे जैसे आज हम। रास्ते में जगह जगह काफिला रोककर बदुओं को झोली भर भर के सदका अता किया जाता। यही वजह थी कि 5 फरवरी 1935 को ये काफिला जद्दा से रवाना हुआ, तो 11 फरवरी 1935 को ये काफिला मदीना मुनव्वरा पहुंचा। मदीना मुनव्वरा में खैमा बस्ती बसाई गई, जिसके इर्द गिर्द बहावलपुर की शाही फौज के कमांडोज पहरा देते थे और इर्द गिर्द मदीना में बसने वाले गरीब बदुओं का जम्मे गफीर हुआ करता था, जिसे रोज़ाना की बुनियाद पर बेहतरीन खाना और नकद रकम से नवाजा जाता था। शाह फैसल, जो उस वक्त मक्का के गवर्नर थे, ने उनकी दावत की। खुद सऊदी फरमारवा शाह अब्दुल अजीज बिन सऊद ने इनकी दावत की। गुस्ल बैतुल्लाह के मौका पर नवाब भावलपुर खसूसी तौर पर शामिल हुए। जब नवाब भावलपुर फरीदा हज अदा करने के बाद वापसी के लिए जहाज रिजवानी पर रवाना हुए, तो अपनी कीमती रोल्स राइस गाड़ी सऊदी फरमारवा शाह अब्दुल अजीज बिन सऊद को तोहफा के तौर पर उनके हवाले कर दी। और यही नहीं, बल्कि अपनी दीगर कीमती जीप और गाड़ियां मक्का मुकरमा और मदीना मुनव्वरा के गवर्नर्स और दीगर खिदमत गुजारों में बांट दी। फिर वक्त ने करवट बदली आज खिता बहावलपुर पसमानदा इलाकों में शुमार होता है।
Even now, after partition, when the Bahawalpur is part of now Pakistan, we do not appreciate that family. We do not appreciate, as the Saudis did not appreciate what happened subsequently after the Nawab performed his Umrah. Every day, almost every day, he had hundreds of Paduans come up and he will distribute charity. He gifted the Rolls Royce to the King of Saudi Arabia at that time. And he left his jeeps and fleet of cars for the governor of Makkah and Medina and Jeddah. Imagine now when Pakistanis go there to perform Hajj or Umrah, and with pomp and glory and the development and the oil money since 70s, that what is the attitude of Saudis towards Pakistanis, or to that matter to Muslims from any other part of the world except the Saudi Arabia. How unfortunate it is, how ungrateful this act is. And many times we've been told that Saudis are our friends and they help us in time of crisis. Well, yes, you can, I think, count on the tip of your fingers few generous Saudi, head of state. One such name which comes as the most pious and most helpful is Shah Faisal. We have a Faisal Mosque in Islamabad. It's a state of the art mosque. It's a beautiful, beautiful gift. And when you see and look at just before you see in the background the Margla Hills, I think it adds to the beauty of the capital of Pakistan, Islamabad. And to go there and say our prayer is a real joy and pleasure. But in general, even what we have today, a young fellow who is really not a king, but he is a king in the waiting, one could say, because his father, who is a King Suleiman, is old and he has, I think, bestowed some of his powers to this called MSB or Muhammad bin Suleiman. This young fellow is very, very ambitious, and somehow he is infected with the Western development, with the Western freedom, with the Western immorality, with the Western, swimming without clothes, and the Western way of dancing and holding musical concerts and, celebrating their uh, festivals which have nothing to do with the practice of Islam, like Halloween. And he's trying to convert that Saudi population into something alien. He knows that people are sick here in the West who have been practicing such things, of these festivals, of these, traditional things which have absolutely, absolutely non Islamic background. Why is he doing it? Why is no one stopping him? Why he's allowing non Muslims and people who are not the faith of Islam to the most sacred cities on earth? I think he is taking a chance, and he is. This is going to really fall back on him in a very, very, God forbid, in a very disastrous way. The city he wants to build is not a city with benevolence, not a city where their people will get a free health care or will get, a social state where there will be justice, where there will be morality, where there will be truth, where there will be prosperity, where there will be knowledge. No, he wants to follow in the footsteps of West. And what is he going to gain when the whole West is sick of that? And see how people are crushed in musical festivals, how people are addict to heroin, who are now on hundreds and thousands of them are being treated for opium, and it's a common thing, and sexually transmitted diseases, and then the most criminal and the most hated, the most unnatural practices of a man marrying another man and a woman marrying another woman, destroying the very basic social structure, which I think brings order, brings justice, brings love and affection, and brings, uh, to thank the Creator. Instead, we want to go against the nature. They are going against the nature, and weird type of diseases have emerged. And imagine in the last 100 years, look at syphilis, look at what herpes did, look at human papilloma virus, look at Ebola, look at MERS virus, SARS virus, look at flu virus, look at Spanish flu. We seem to forget that the nature which has produces hundreds and thousands of coronaviruses, and only one such virus now in 2019 has changed the total way of our life. It has affected which no even nuclear explosion could do it, that it has put complete brakes on trade, complete brakes on our transport, on our travel, on our social way of interacting with each other, and our freedom. And imagine what it has done to the poor when they could not go out and earn their livelihood, and what is suffering, what is starvation, what is with joblessness did to those people.